Hey guys, it's been a while. Thanks for stopping in to check and see what's going on with the ladies. I'm also going to give you a quick update on winter, and then there is a special shout out that I need to give to Ken from Orchid Supply Store, and we will cover all that, so stick around. All right, so Little Miss Winter, and for those of you who aren't interested, I will put a timestamp when the plant stuff starts. But this is my old girl. This is actually Sarai's lovely dog. We got her in 2011. Well, I got her for Sarai in 2011 for Christmas. We'd had family dogs, but she wanted her own dog. And so here we are at the end. The harness has to stay on her all the time. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a minute. Okay. Because her left leg is not working at all. Well, she can kind of put weight on it, but not a lot. So we have to kind of hold her and kind of walk with her. Everything that she does now has to be pretty much laying down. She eats laying down. She sleeps well, of course she sleeps laying down. She drinks laying down. And I'm recording. Otherwise, her blanket would be in the middle of the living room there, so she can be, around other people, not just hanging out in the room. I did get an old box spring because she does have a couple of accidents occasionally, so we are doing lots of laundry and steam cleaning the carpet. And then Loki is spending a lot of time here with his grandma because she is technically Ayala's mama. I'm leaving it up to my daughter as far as what she wants to do. So that is her update. I mean, she's a lovely lady. She's just a lovely lady. I love her. Love her. She has always lived basically with me. When Sarai went to college, she did come and get her like for the weekends to hang out in the dorm, but dogs weren't technically allowed. And then because of her job, when she did have her own house, things just were too much, and she didn't want her to be alone most of the day. And now that she is kind of where she needs help all the time, she's still living with us. I love her. All right, well, Winnie, you rest, and I'm going to go tell the peoples about all the plants. All the plants. So before we start looking at the good, bad, and the very bad, some of it ugly, I do want to give you guys a heads up. My husband and his long-time friend, like they've known each other since elementary school, and my son are out in the garage changing out the head gaskets on his 77 Firebird. So you may hear them coming in and out, so I'll apologize for that if I can't edit it out, but we have to do what we have to do, and you'll have to excuse, you'll see messes here and there. I got up this morning, and tell me in the comments if you're like this. You just wake up and you drinking your morning coffee, and then you happen to notice something and you start fiddling around and you just go right into plant chores. That was me this morning. I've been up since 5:30 this morning. It is about 12 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I was like, you know what? Let me show that your plants can survive on minimal care. And when I say for the last month and a half they've had minimal care, it's minimal care. Now, my bamboo is gone. I'm in the process of straightening this out. I'm going to move all this clutter up under here because I don't really use the jugs anymore. I just put my bucket right here, pour the water, and then that'll free that bottom. So I'm going to put that down there. And then I'm thinking of putting the rubber tree plant right here. I don't know, but I know my bamboo is gone. I got it a long time ago. I'm not too attached to it, so no big. And if I clear my throat a lot, I will try to edit it out, but I'm just having bad sinuses today. But anyway, up here, Carrie, I realized I did not water these two right here, so the Hoya Carrie is pretty dry. She may actually be dead. Root rot, drying out, that whole thing. And then oh my goodness, I never remember what the names of this one is. It is the most common ever, guys, a brain cramp. But it does appear to have a couple of new spots coming in on it. And then my poor staghorn fern here was totally dehydrated. Now this is an older leaf, but like this was a newer leaf. Nope, this was, actually these are all older leaves now that I'm looking at them. Cool. but the newer leaves are perked up, so it'll be fine. And I put it here to remember to water it more often, because I had it over there by the window, well, the window door, and I don't go over there that often, so I was like, let me put it right here, because I pass through here. I'm in this area quite a bit because my coffee is over here, so I'll remember to water this one more often and bring her back to life, basically. This one up here, again, I'm going to have to put it somewhere else because I do have it up here and I forget about it. It obviously has not been watered probably in the last 6 weeks, now that I think about it. And then we have, hey, my poor Linii. Or is it? Is this the Linii? See how long it's been? Lindlei, not Linii. I'm thinking of Hoya. Hold on. Probably has not been watered in about 3 weeks. It's not done a lot of growing. Obviously, it needs water to grow. I have not been taking very good care of it. And then this up here is a Hoya. Well, it was sold as a Hoya Croniana Splash, or Super Splash. And I'm going to show you the hanging basket it came in. So this is part of it. There's about 3 vines in there that I've kind of put in, and it is in a potting soil. Let's see, there's potting soil, cocoa chips, leca beads, bark. So it's nice and airy, but I put soil in there so that it would maintain moisture, but it wouldn't stay wet, if that makes any sense. This little lady finally got watered, as you can see, quite dehydrated. And then on the desk here, look what I found at Lowe's. Guys, so this is an alocasia, I don't know if it's a Melo or Milo, but it's M-E-L-O, but this was the leaf. It grew, I mean, it came with this leaf. It came with all of these, and then it had started this one just as I brought it home about 3 or 4 days after. I'm loving this, and it's probably not going to get to this size right now. It did go under some stress. It is still in its original stuff, and it did have, you know how they put all that green decorative moss around it? Guys, that stuff, let me see, it was like all up in here, and I was like, so I took most of the moss off. I did take it out yesterday just to check the roots, make sure everything was fine. I added some bark, some recycled bark into this, and then put it back in the same soil it came in, because technically she's still acclimating. I've only had this one probably about 3 weeks now, so I don't want to mess anything up at the moment. This is a piece of the bamboo. My daughter decided that I should cut it and try to save it, and it does have lovely roots. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I might just put it in with her bamboo. And for those of you who know what this is, I cannot wait. Well, first, I need her to finish acclimating. So this is actually the second purchase that I made from the company, Equigenera. And this is the Micheliana, and I'm probably not saying it right, so I'm just going to show you. That's what that is. And it actually had another piece that came with it. This one and the other piece are actually doing better than the first one. And the first one, I know what I did. I screwed that up. I repotted. I got too excited. Didn't give it time to acclimate. So this one is still in the original, I'm going to call it dirt. It's very peat based. So I did, and it came in a bag. I think I took a picture. If I took a picture of it, I'll post it somewhere on the screen for you. I put it in here, but before I put it in here, I mixed in some bark and some chunky stuff to kind of aerate a little bit, because oh my goodness, it was just dirt. And then my Monstera Peru, this is one piece of it that originally I just had it, I don't know, but I put it on this moss pole. And this idea I actually stole from Claire over at the Jungle Haven. If you guys don't watch her and you like houseplants, oh my goodness, guys, she's got some gorgeous philodendrons, alocasia, she's got some euphorbias. Oh, I've been watching her for years and just envy her collection. And then Emma over at Good Growing also has some phenomenal plants, and they both live in England. And And they both grow kind of the same type of plants, but in very different environments. So if you're interested, go check them out. Then I also found, hey Lolos, then I also found this Aslani at Lowe's. Again, I just took it out with some bark and stuff to aerate a little bit. And then I did put some pond on top just to keep the soil from drying out too quickly. And there's actually 3 plants in here. I just kind of bunched them together for now. They all have new growth coming. And eventually I know I'm gonna have to repot it, and I'm okay with that. And my poor spider plant. Not too bad. I mean, it is dehydrated. This is one of the older leaves that it came with. She does need some water though. I did move my princess, Hoya Crimson Princess over here, just because she was used to having bright light, and where I had her, I wanted to put something else. So to keep her bright light going, I put her here. This is one of our rescue phals that luckily has not gone downhill. Let's see. Nope, perfect. So I am, like I said, be watering today. And then I think this one is the Pearl and Jade. I think I've been calling it the Manjula or the Enjoy, but I think this is the Pearl and Jade, and yes, it does need water. Just now that it's starting to mature a little bit, either way it goes, I love that. And I'm waiting for it to get nice and full and just start hanging down to take over this wall. So I wanted to get up here and get up close and personal. Look at the size of this new leaf that Cleopatra has provided us. Now this is the one that I called Yin Yang, but I believe it was Sandy that, not Sandy, Sherry, that let me know that this is actually the Phalaenopsis Cleopatra. If I'm wrong about that, I apologize. And if you are the one who told me what it was, leave it in the comments so I can correct myself in future video. But she is now hanging here. She used to hang, where did she hang? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember now. Oh, she used to hang right there where Hoya Bella is. We'll get there in a minute. And then the beautiful Jiho Summer Love. Look at the size of that leaf. Oh my goodness. And yes, as you can see, she was severely dehydrated. She got watered last night, as did my fishbone cactus zigzag plant, whatever name you know it as. And then let me just step off the chair real quick and move it out of the way. We have a array of Hoya. Now this is my Crinkle 8, and it had several pieces. I don't know if I told you guys. I think I may have already, it's been so long guys, I don't know what you guys have already seen, what you haven't seen, what I've told you. So if this is a repeat, I apologize now. But I did notice that we have, let's see if we can get in there. Do you see the new growth right there? So we do have a new growth on at least one section of it. My Crinkle 8 is a slow grower, but it is growing off of this piece. This one, since I cut because there was like a space, so I just cut it here. This piece has not done any new growth, and that is the piece that I cut off, and it is, again, as you can see, continuing to grow. But look at my black margin. Oh my goodness. Look at the leaves on it, especially this one. So this one is actually coming from further down on the vine. If I can get out of the shadow, there we go. And then this one here is off of the second vine, but look how big they are. The leaves are just getting larger and gonna match what it came with. Loving that for me. And then Princess, this bench, before we get started, this bench, oh, the carpet is caught and I almost tripped. That would have been cute. But this bench hasn't been watered 4 weeks. You can tell by the Dracania how droopy it is. But let's just, I know I was going to start with Princess. Let's just start right here with Macrobay Pops. And I believe we have us a new growth. I saw that earlier today. And then this is one of our rescue phals. Maybe. This is one of the rescue phals that is growing a new leaf. And then my 2 scented orchids, the Dusty Belle and the Centeon. And then, of course, Dracania. I'll just, once I give this one water, she'll perk up. My pink, and if you see white on here, it's not any kind of insect or bug issue. It's from when I screwed the hook into the ceiling last night and just haven't gotten this far yet. so you can just dust it off. This is my Mother's Day Phalaenopsis that definitely, 1, needs water, and 2, needs to be repotted. Then this is the Scintillawn, and then this is the piece of Macrobay in this that's probably not going to make it because I have not kept that medium moist. Princess is hanging on. Even with my neglect, she is hanging on. So I will really give her a good watering. My poor little Vanda here, you can see, like, she's not super dehydrated, but she's pretty dehydrated. She's folding herself up and she's like, let me conserve energy. And then we have the Red Fantasy here that is doing fine. And then this is, so African Violets, and these girls were so droopy, so droopy. I'll post a picture of the little one right there here in a little bit. But, oh my goodness, I found a Sansevieria moonshine, and I know these have been reclassified as Dracania. I grew up as Sansevieria, so I'm going to continue calling them Sansevieria. Guys, this was in a pure peat-based ball of mud. It was all in here, like in between the leaves. It was in the new growth here. I took it out, cleaned it up real good. I had to take a couple of the bottom leaves off because they were soggy. This one right here is pretty flimsy, but I'm leaving it on there for photosynthesis purposes, just to kind of let it reestablish. And it is now in a soil and chunky bark, and I think there's some cocoa chips in there. It's just a nice airy mix. And I have it in the terracotta pot so that it dries out a little bit quicker, in case me being over loving on it will dry it out a little bit quicker. And then I had to move Hoya Bella up here because, as you can see, she is starting to get really, really strappy. So I had her hanging on that little bar there, and she was just kept getting caught in the ropes, and I kept breaking off different sections of her, so I decided to hang her here. So she's still getting pretty much not as bright light, but she's still getting good light. And then this one I found at NYX about a month ago. I got her in July. This is, I'm pretty certain, this is the Hoya Carnosa Chelsea, which is a cross of the Carnosa and the Crinkle 8. You can kind of see there. But so far she hasn't done anything. I repotted her yesterday into a nice airy media, and hopefully we'll do something now. I did move my oh my gosh, I can't remember what this is called. I'll think of it in a little bit, but moved it up here. It was just getting too much light, I think. That's why the leaves were burning there. And then there's another section of the Hoya Croniana Super Splash that I just put into that little hanging basket. And then, of course, my little Vanda Pachera over there that I got from Ken over at Orchid Supply Store. Got watered yesterday, and I realized I forgot to water the Oncidium. This one here, this is my Silogeny, and I'm going to let you read the name because everyone knows I can't pronounce names. So this was the lovely new growth that we did see. And then I knew about this growth here that I kind of have strapped up to keep her from going sideways. And then we have another one. Where is it? Right here. Do you see it strapped to that one? But then let me put her down. I was watering this one last night, and we have, let's see if I can find it. Up there it is. This piece of bark that fell over it. Look at there. We have a third new growth coming. I am stoked because, again, as you can tell by her bulbs here that are nice and wrinkly, she has not gotten water. Now this one probably hasn't only, I'm going to say 2 weeks, because I have pulled her down and watered her. So I think it's only been about 2 weeks that she hasn't gotten water. And really, I mean, other than one leaf yellowing and senescing, she's been doing fine. I was going to hang her back up, but you know what? I'm going to leave her down because it looks like she needs to be dusted. I didn't dust her yesterday, so let me just set her over here to the side. That's my work ivy. It was in one of those round pots, similar to what the Sherry Baby is in, and it just looked horrible. It was very spacey and just looked bad, and it needed to be repotted. The soil was very old, and so I brought it home, took it out, and it was, I kid you not, a 5-foot vine. 5-foot vine, just one vine. So chopped it up, rooted it, and potted it up last night, and it will go back to work on Monday. Let's see, where do we want to start? Let's just start right here. Oh my gosh, y'all. Do you have a plant you're like totally obsessed with? And this is my obsession right here. I literally will look at this lady every day. I love, 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 love this. I'm sorry if that was really loud, but look at this Jacqueline. This is the Alocasia. This is the latest leaf that she's given me. So I've had her since May, and I've gotten 2 leaves. But look at that one. I love this. Oh my goodness. This should have been one in the dragon family. I think this is very reminiscent of like the dragon's breath, I think. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to put her back up here, and I'm going to see if the light can pick up the little fuzzy on her petiole, on her leaf. Let's see. Oh yeah, you see it? It's like little hairs. Someone, I heard on a video once that someone kind of made it reminiscent of like a cat's tongue, kind of that scratchy but not painful. Oh, just gorgeous. She's just gorgeous. And then look who has finally opened her blooms. And we will be seeing a few blooms through here, but this is the Pink Profusion. If I can, let me set her down. My hands are shaky. I have not eaten today. Let's see. Let's see, can we do it like that? Oh, there they are. Look at that. Oh my goodness, look how gorgeous. I mean, they're so teeny tiny. And then look what else we have. We have another spike approaching. So once this one gets done, hopefully the other one will be all ready to bloom. But isn't she just lovely? And she's supposed to be variegated, and I'm sure she is. Sorry, you're just looking at my dead grass out there. And then this is the Alocasia Dragon Scale. This is her, or his, however you want to say it, latest leaf, which this was the last one, and now we have this one, which isn't a bad size, actually. Oh, sorry about that. I know it's hard to see it. And then we have another growth on my Hoya obovata. Do you see it coming right there? Loving it. Because I really thought I had lost this one. And I am going to, I know everybody says, oh, you got to wait for them to bloom. I don't think I do. This is what was sold as Croniana Eskimo. I bought this one as Croniana Eskimo. I am going to just go ahead and say that this one is the Super Silver. Look at it. I believe that is the Super Silver. I don't think that that is an Eskimo. Now, I could be wrong, but like I said, I'm going to go ahead and go on record and say that that is a, oh, sorry, that is a Super Silver. Got my princess here that really needs trellising. My poor, poor, poor little lady here. This one, grab it out of here. Look how dry she is. Look how dry she is. This is the Tulumnia Black, oh wait a minute, no. Direct Firm Spotty, and I really need to get her some water. It has been probably a month since she's had water, and then I've got the little Alocasia Bambino. Again, I just watered it, and I think this new leaf is not going to make it because I let it really dry out. And then here is, whoops, here is the other Micheliana that I got. So they don't look too bad. I'm growing them in 2 different little environments. I did move Lisa down here for no particular reason, just moved her down here. And this one right here is that one that, sorry about that. I had a phone call come in and I could have swore I put this on Do Not Disturb. Anyway, this was a thirsty little lady, and I kept like just pouring water and it would perk back up. I don't have the energy. I don't really, I mean, I like it because it's got the pink on it, but I'm not invested in it, so that one's probably going to go in the bin. I actually forgot she was down here until just now. And then my Ring of Fire is just putting out lovely new growths. And then, like I said, I'm going to post a picture of this particular African Violet that literally 24 hours ago looked like the picture on the screen. She was in bad shape, and look how beautiful she looks now. And there's actually 2 plants in here. When I was cleaning her up, let's see, we can probably see it really well on this side. Oh, missed a piece. But that is one side. But if you look in there, you see, there's one, and then there's the other one. And I love how bushy it looks in there. So I'm just going to leave it because I kind of like it. And then I did move the other Crimson Queen over closer to the window. She's struggling. And both of these, whoops, this one and that one, both came out of the same pot. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Not sure at all. And then, let's see. Yeah, let's just stay down here. So my Lime Fiddle, which is one of the rescues that I got when I got the Jacqueline, but it came with this beautiful leaf. This leaf right here was unfurling and never finished unfurling. Then it grew this, if you want to call it a leaf. I mean, it is a leaf, but look at it. She just decided half of it wasn't worth it. And then this leaf, she decided, well, I'm not even, like, I don't have the energy. So I put her on this moss pole, and she has a new leaf unfurling right here. So it's going to be interesting to see what that leaf looks like. Very interesting. And I was looking, we have, looks like a little root nubbin getting ready to go into that moss. Oh, and I was saying earlier with these cups, I got the idea from Claire at Jungle Haven. But it kind of helps keep the moss hydrated. So once this moss gets kind of almost dry, I just pour the water in there, and there's just the teeniest, tiniest hole. So it does go in slowly, and then it also kind of helps keep the bottom moisturized, which I did give her a good water through. And then while we're down here, look at Hibiki. Hibiki is just going to town. She's like, hello. And with her, again, the squirt bottle, I just put it in there, and because she has moss, it's kind of helped. Same thing with my Maxillary tenifolia. I've just been squirting that one, and I do have my humidifier running because I have my windows open today. Shara Baby, lots of new growths on her. Guys, look at this hanger. Is this not the cutest? I'm sure you guys have seen this on, look at this. That is so cute, on Amazon. So I had it on my little wish list, and I got the little notification that there was like a price drop or a sale or something. So I got one. I got the small one. Look at it, though. It's got the little Wayeti eye in there. Looks like a little hair. That is so precious. So very precious. And then the Pulchra. Did move her down here as well. Just, I don't know why. I just moved her down here. Then up here, we have one of the Twinkles. My little piece, I've got to walk around this. My little piece of the, Fred Clark After Dark. Yeah, she's getting a little scary looking, but I'm just going to let these roots go and then let her grow and see what happens. We'll look at the mother plant here in just a moment. And then my Nivium, I repotted. I was going to repot it all in one pot, and then this piece broke off. So I've got it in a separate little section. And then the other one is right here. So this is the one that I got from Louisiana Orchid about a year ago. And she has, you can see, 2 new growths in there. And then I believe there's another 3rd growth right down there in the bottom. But I didn't mess with her too much, just making sure that she had water. And then we have these ladies here. And I'll show you these blooms. They're not the best. Hold on, let me close the door. Okay. So I think this is a little bit better. Maybe we can get a better view. No, they're so tiny, they're hard to capture. But let me walk around my humidifier here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see these blooms. I'll take some pictures
they're not very big, they're not impressive, but I just think they're so cute. The little spikes just kind of sticking up out of there. And then my dragon's breath, oh my goodness, guys. So, just all of a sudden decided it was going to put out 4 new leaves for me. So 3 of them have started, well, one's unfurling, 2 have opened, and then this one right here is still working on opening. And it's just in, it is in the Molly's Aeroid mix. And I do apologize to the lovely person who sent me some when I first started getting like the philodendron and the alocasia. And I got this box with some Molly's Aeroid mix. And it said, you know, try this for your aeroids. And thank you. It has been a while. And I did, I think, put a post up. I'll look through. Again, I apologize. If you did send it to me, thank you. If you want me to know that you send it to me or everyone, leave it in the comments. Otherwise, just hit me a quick DM on Instagram or in an email. Again, thank you. And I apologize for not remembering. Oh my goodness, Hoya australis. It's filling in. I'm waiting for this vine right here to get a little bit longer so I can loop it back in so it can maybe fill in this side, because I'm liking how it's looking on this side so far. Down here. Oh yes, guys. Look. Look, 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 look. The snake orchid, look at the size of that leaf growth. Oh my goodness. So this started in July. I think I showed you to the very beginnings of this right before I went on a little hiatus. And then we just already looked at the Eskimo. I don't know if my baby's gonna make it. I just don't know. I want to get in there and see if she has any roots, but I don't want to mess her up either. So I'm kind of caught between a rock and a hard spot. This Schilleriana, the one I got from Yoshi, I decided to put into self-watering. And since I did that, it has actually started pushing out a new leaf, and there is new roots coming. But let me show you this. Oh my goodness. Look at these leaves. Guys, I am obsessed. Look how beautiful. Oh my goodness. They're so maroon. They're almost black. Look at that. Oh, and let me show you the backs. Look at this. Look at that venation. And I've got several new growths on here that have matured, but probably because I wasn't paying attention. But oh my goodness, she's just sizing up so well. And she's just in, or he, she, it is just in pond. And I just make sure to keep about the water reservoir to about right here. And it is just loving life, loving life. And then this one back here, let me see if I can zoom in on the name. The Adina glauca. Oh my God, guys, it was literally falling over. I watered it again last night, and now it's perked back up, so I'm happy about that. This is a Philodendron Brazil, I believe, that I got as a freebie from my first Micheliana, the alocasia, from my first order. So it is finally putting in some growth here. And this is one of the pieces that apparently is not going to make it. So it was in pond, and so we will just lay that there and get rid of that later. This, I believe, is a Philodendron White Ghost in a self-watering, and thank God for self-watering. That does need water. But I believe there's 3 plants in here. So we've got the nice big one here, and then if you look, we've got 2 more little plantlets, and I'm just going to grow it like that for now and call it a day. This is the other Monstera that's just sitting here to do whatever she wants to do. Rescue Phalaenopsis is doing fine. I mean, you can look at her. Look at her. She's like, lady, can I get some water over here, please? Over here in the back. Bless her heart. Everybody here needs watering. Really nothing going on other than they need water. But we have this bud that would probably be open if it had water. Let me show you how dry this is. And this bud has still been hanging on. Probably about a month I've not watered, And as you can see, I mean, the bud's still there. So I'm hoping that when I give it water, it'll just poof, pop right on open. But look what we do have coming. My Mewtwo, the Bellina, the King Bellina, Mewtwo King Bellina. Finally, look at that. We have a spike. And so I am being very, very diligent and careful. I have been making sure that one's been watered because I really want to see that spike, guys. Really, really want to see that spike. Vanda needs to be watered. And then this, you can really tell it needs to be watered. Look how crinkly these leaves are. Look at this. Look at that. This poor thing is like, hey, lady, can we get some water over here in the corner? I mean, they're all screaming for water. We're not really going to focus on any of these because every one of these definitely you can see are needing water. This Kingianum, this is how I know this one needs water, because these three growths right here, when she is fully hydrated, they actually sit like this. I think I have a picture. I think I took a picture where they sit up. I'll post a picture of what it's supposed to look like. Luckily, this one is in like a moss perlite bark mixture, so that one's been staying pretty hydrated. And then my Alocasia silver dragon here, again, is in pond, so pretty pleased that it is. Oh, and it is dry as a bone. I might want to put some water in there. Again, all of these guys need water. All of them. Look at her. Look at this. And this is what's been happening, which this is probably it is one of its oldest leaves actually, but I should not be losing the brackets here already. So that will be getting water today, as well as all of these lovelies down here. And despite myself, my Golden Gammon White Knight back there is just pushing out growth. I did repot the royal chip into a larger pot and freshen that moss. Again, probably would need some water. Look how wrinkled the leaves on my green leopard are getting. And I'm not showing you these because I'm proud of it. I'm just showing you that they don't look very well. They're not thriving, but they're surviving. The humidity has been averaging about 45, 50 degrees in the house. So that has helped. Obviously, with better care, probably would be doing better. And then this lady here, or this gentleman, I call all of my orchids ladies, or I interchange. But look at the growth on the Taganaga. Look at that. It is growing despite my neglect. This moss is so dry, it's crunchy. It's crunchy dry. So let me hang that over there. And then, we're going to get to that in a minute. Up here, all of these ladies definitely could use some water, except for the ones that are in self-watering. Again, if I had the strength to put everything in self-watering, life would be a little easier, but not as easy, because then it'd be more flushing. But let's look at some of the blooms we have. So we've got the beautiful queen here. That bloom is going over. That bloom is going over. This is my Tai Ching Fly Eagle. And then we've got the Hieroglyphica back here. Look at that. And she does have another spike on her as well. And then Yaupon Evergreen. Let's see if we can get a pretty bloom here. So we've got Yaupon Evergreen here, blooms here, and she's got 1, 2, 3, and another one coming. And I think from my neglect, I think one of this blooms from the eminences is going to be dried out. I've got the mini mark back there, and then the wild type Bellina actually opened up the bottom bloom as the top bloom was going over. And then Sideriana's leaf is just like, hold my coffee, I am on my way. But I did put the Equestris, or Tetraspis, sorry. I always want to call this an Equestris. The Tetraspis into this really cool self-watering pot. I really like this. It comes in this size and the small. So I think I might get some more of these for some of these that I'm having to constantly water, and put them in self-watering as well. But I was hoping that this bud would be open for you, but it is not. So we will have to wait on that one. And other than that, I mean, they're all surviving. Like I said, nobody is thriving in this house right now. Everybody's just surviving, getting by. Look at the Volcano Queen. Oh my goodness, y'all, it's been 3 years, 2 years. I don't know if I got this in 20 or 21. So it's been a while, but I bought it in bloom. Look at this thing. Oh my, look at the lip. I am obsessed with this frilly lip. Just loving that. Look at this. Oh, she's gorgeous. And then she's got this second one down here. And look how they kind of curl back. I absolutely love that. Love, love, love that. And in my mind, because these are both the 2 latest growths from her, in my mind, she is now going to bloom from each new growth, which she does have right here. This one here is a new growth. So I'm hoping that it continues to bloom off of each new growth, because that would be so exciting. My Cattleya Zip is very much dehydrated. Tips are browning there. Of course, again, none of these are thriving. Everybody's just surviving. And then my Leonis here, this moss is just drying out. I've just been, again, with the squirt bottle, I've just been quickly giving everybody. And I just noticed a brand new growth on the Ruth Lois McNeil. I always want to call her Ruth because it's RTH. But I just noticed we have this new growth. And is that another new growth coming right there? Oh, shucka shucka. Looks like we're going to have 2 directions of growth, guys. I'm excited. Very excited. At some point I want to get her hanging. That's why she's kind of in that particular basket. But I don't have anywhere to put her to get this good light. So we will just go from there. All right, let's squeeze down here real quick. Again, my poor Gigantea back here, my wrinkle stylus, needs some water. As you can see, nobody is thriving. Everybody's just surviving. But let me show you the Glad Kid Blue. I did post this because I was afraid by the time I wasn't going to record this. Look, I absolutely adore how this bloom looks. Let me see if I can put it down and show you. But look, it looks like it's in a wind tunnel. Look how the petals, sepals and petals are just kind of flared back, and then the lip is sticking out like she's in a wind tunnel. Isn't that beautiful? Like she's just, let me see if I can get her in bloom. Look at that, look at that. This one's going over. This is one of the older ones. This is one of the fresher ones. Oh my goodness, just gorgeous, very pretty. And then we do have a second spike coming, so pretty excited about that. And I did just now notice we do have some unwelcome friends, so I'm going to leave her out, because this way I can get her cleaned up, because I have figured out how I handle my mealybug problem. This one right here, we're going to use that one as an example, this pink lip. I kept cleaning them off, and they kept coming back. I just refreshed her media. I have not had a problem since. So that is what I've been doing. If I clean it a couple of times and it still comes back, I just change the media, throw the media away and call it a day. And then I believe it was Tess who had said that she would not have separated the yellow birds. And she was absolutely correct, because I do have 2 of the yellow birds and I don't know why. So I will be putting those back in the same pot along with my Maikais. I'm going to pot them back up together. And then, shuka, hold on. So, squeeze in here. So this bulbophyllum fascinator that I have had since, let's see if I can see on the back of the tag, since 2023. Let's see if, well, you can't see through. Hold on, sorry, guys. I had to open the bag, because do you see the new growth down there? Hold on, let me see if I can take it out, not take it all the way out, but look at that. I finally, after a year almost, have a lovely growth on there. So what that tells me is that this plant would do pretty good in a terrarium. Apparently it likes really high humidity. Like, you see how wet this is, and it is not rotted. So here is my thought. And I do open it once a week for about an hour to let it kind of get some fresh air in there. And then I will zip it halfway, blow air into it to kind of expand it, and then zip it back up. But here's my thoughts. I don't think it's going to fit in there. It might be too big, but I'm thinking I might put it in there, because that bad girl right there, everything in there is they're gone. Everything is gone in there. But I think this might do well in there. Y'all leave in the comments what you think. Let me know. Let me know. Let a girl know. Let a girl know. Oh, and then, so we have some corms. The two, let's see if I can just open it real quick, because I do need to open it and look in. But, so we have a corm on that big green one, and the long one with those 3 growths. Those are Michelianas. And then the other one is a, oh my God, I still can, Maranta. Maranta, that's the plant I couldn't remember, Maranta. A Maranta corm. I was growing the Maranta corm in moss in a bag, and the other 4 companions it went in with did not come out safely. So I put this one in here with just a little bit of water. And again, I saw this on Emma and Claire's channels. I'm going to link those down below, but this is the way they say they get pretty success. So far, so good. Again, we're just going to kind of peruse over these. They all are in desperate need of water. Desperate need of water. Again, lucky this isn't self-watering. This has moss in it, and it is super dry, but I've just been... And then this is the other Micheliana that came, and it was, the leaf on it was huge. It was like the size of my hand. And so, again, I repotted it too soon. Put it in the Molly's Aeroid mix. Did not allow it to acclimate. Guys, Equigenera is considered an import. I don't care if you buy it from a third party. Here in the States, if they get it from there, they're probably still importing. Give it time to acclimate. I messed up with this one and the other one that we just saw that has to go into the bin. So I've decided I just sprayed the inside of the bag actually. And then the media is damp. It's not wet, it's just damp. And then I put the bag over, hoping to create a little humidity dome and encourage some growth. So we will see what happens with that one. No, I haven't repotted that one yet, and we need to be watered. And then over here, everybody needs water. Everybody needs the water. But so far, again, see, we've got mealybugs, so she will get a refresh as well. This is my japonica. I will set it out so I know to take care of that. And the new growth on our Hilo Grande, see, Chia Lin Golden Super crossed with Hilo Grande is doing just fine, doing marvelously. And all of these really are doing fine. Oh my goodness, look. I am going to turn the lights off so you can really enjoy the true color. That is true. Look how beautiful. That is my Sagreek wax ball. Oh my goodness. And I got this from Paula over at Hillbilly Orchids back in July of 2021. And since her first bloom, she's just put out bloom after bloom with each new growth. I'm so excited. Oh, she's just gorgeous. And she smells divine. And then I'm hoping, because this one is continuing to kind of swell a little bit, so maybe it's just taking its time. Oh, up. I think it's go time. I think it's go time. It is go time. It is go. Look at the roots. Okay, it's go time for her. We'll have to repot her. If I lose the bud, I'm fine with that. I know now that she's capable, she's ready, but she needs to go into a bigger pot before those roots get too big. Oh yeah, I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. My two little, this one and this one. So this is one of the Curl Smith Definitely need to water. I think I may have lost that one. And then this is one of my orchid show, the Denver Orchid Society show from September of 23. I think this one will be fine. It's got a little more supports. I don't think this one does have. Oh, but we've got a new growth. We've got the new growth. Okay, definitely need to make sure I water that one. All right, but don't you think the rubber tree plant will look good right there? Again, excuse the mess. Excuse the mess. Ooh, got up way too fast. Hold on. Got a little lightheaded. I'm going to show you the table real quick. Again, everybody just needs water. I did repot the black spot. Again, she kept getting the millies, and so once I repotted it, I have not had a millie on her since. So, oh yeah, I'm glad we came over here. I almost forgot. So Ken from Orchid Supply Store, who, if you guys don't know, is a sponsor of our channel here, and he is who coined the term ICPU, Intensive Care Plant Unit. So let me show you what I ordered, and then what I got. So this is what I ordered. Look at this gorgeous, oh, I don't know, let me get it. Oh, there we go. Look at this gorgeous pot. Is that not beautiful? Look at that. And guys, it is heavy quality, nice little outer pot for your plants. I plan on putting my Alocasia Jacqueline in here. And then I got another one of the cocoa husk. I'm not sure which plant I got this for, to be honest with you. When I ordered it, I knew what plant I wanted to put it in, but I've had the box for quite some time and just recently opened it. And then you can always choose a free gift. So this is what I chose as the free gift. Now, what else came in the box, Trish? I got another smaller cocoa hanger, which I love. I got some more of, why is it so glary? There we go. I got some more of the square kind of tower type pots. I love those. And some more of, whoops, these seedling ones, which are wonderful. I don't know where this glare is coming from. I'm not sitting under a light. Oh, you know what? It's probably from the window. There we go. But look at those. Those are just so cute. So those are good for seedlings. And then, whoops, I also, here, so I'll put this here for a minute. And then these tall, these would be good for like cymbidiums, because you know cymbidium roots get really, really long. So I'm also thinking of putting my Mel Star into one of these. I probably really need to get to that repot soon. And then we also sent me some fertilizer. I've never tried this fertilizer, but you know what? I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try it on a couple of the girls and see how it does. But it is the Fertilone Orchid Plant Food. If you use this fertilizer, let me know how you like it, and I will let you know. But this is what I was perusing the site, like, oh, let me see what Ken's got on there. I haven't been on there in a while. And I saw this. I was like, oh, I must have me one of those. And I think there's a couple of different designs. I'll have to go back and look. But I just saw this one. I was like, oh, I want it. And so he sent me some extra. So Ken, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much for your patience with my current situation and for sending me all these extra little goodies. Again, I need to repot this one, but I'm waiting for growth or root tip activity. And if I watered it, I'd probably get some activity on it altogether. This is how you know your ivy needs to be watered, guys, in case you're ever wondering. Do you see how droopy it is? And I mean, I know there's this thing called the taco test, but like you can just visually look and tell that this needs to be watered. You can visually tell this needs to be watered. Look how droopy that one is. But look at my poor Zygonesia or Zygopetalums. Like this one here, this leaf generally is like up straight, but she is like, I'm thirsty. And then I've got some browning going on there. So definitely need to address that today, as well as my peperomia back here is not super soft like the variegated one, but, they call it the marble, it's variegated. Like this one here, probably, yeah, see, you should not be able to do that with a, oh my goodness, peperomia, because they're pretty succulent plants. And then this is another super silver that's not quite a super silver yet, but she's getting there. And I've been taking the vines as they're growing and kind of laying them down because I want her to fill in on that side. And then again, my other spider plant, poor baby, her needs some help. And of course, that carry eye is not quite as dry as the other one, but does need help. I think I'm just going to let this one go. It's been struggling for years. I'm just not willing to keep putting in the energy. So I'll probably just, I'll donate this one to the bin. But this is the mother plant of the Fred Clark After Dark, and it too has a lovely new growth with roots growing. And again, I'm just going to continue to let it do its thing, and I will not water it because I think last year I watered it too soon, and that's why it did not bloom for us. So we're just going to let it go. And of course the bulb on it is a lot thicker and can take more, and plus she has supporting bulbs back here that it can pull from first. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one and see what happens. And then my satin silver, that's a Syndapsis, it's the satin silver. I always thought it was the Pictus something another. She's so leggy. Like most of this is just wrapped in there. So I am going to pull her out. I'm going to propagate, like see, if you look, this is a whole vine. Let me show you guys real quick. Like this is a whole vine, right here. And see how leggy it is? So I'm going to order another one of the self-watering pots because they're actually hanging pots. I'll show you in a minute the ivy that used to hang in the macrame in my room. I repotted it. I think I'm going to do the same thing with this one because it's just, I don't like the way this looks anymore. She doesn't look happy. She does need to be refreshed. I think she's been in that media for a few years. And really quick, so this is the ivy that was hanging in the macrame basket, chopped it all up, rooted it, and have since, and I did put a lot of it, wrapped it around so it would get a nice full top. And as you can see, it is living La Vida Loca over here in the corner. And I'm not using the self-watering feature. I don't have a cotton tip in there. But if I ever wanted to, all I'd have to do is just push it in with a bamboo skewer and keep that water reservoir with some water in it. Loving that. Well, Winter and I hope you enjoyed that little quick tour of the good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty. And she and I are going to go chill in the living room for a little bit. As you can see, she can scoot backwards. She just can't scoot forward. That's how she moves around. She just scoots around backwards. Can you say bye, Winnie? Can you say bye? Say bye.